barbers, cosmetologists, hair industry professionals, and all others who support. Welcome to the hottest podcast in the barber and beauty industry, the Clipped Podcast. I'm your host, Prince the Fit Barber, with my co-host Tank B Choppin. And today we got a great guest today, a beautiful spirited guest that I got much love for, D Best. What up, D Best? Tell the
What up,
people where you're
though?
from and a little bit about yourself. What up?
What up, though? I'm from Detroit. If you don't know me, my name is Denitra Best. I'm not just saying I'm the best. I go by the best. I'm a barber of 15 years. Well, I was a barber. I'm an instructor now. I have the best barber boot camp. Everybody know me as that drill sergeant, barber
Let's
instructor.
go.
With much love, I love teaching. I love leading. I'm a mentor, and I love God. So, I just love
Amen.
inspiring. So that's me. My purpose out here is to serve and to inspire. So that's what I do.
Let's go. Glad to have you on the clip this week. I know you're gonna bring that beautiful energy, man. I gotta say, man, well, I was just where was we at? The Horticulture battle.
Horticulture.
Man, this is the first time we met each other in person. And we no, second time, because the first time was Vegas, but it was a high and buy situation. It wasn't too much, we was mingling with a lot of other people. Man, I woke up at the Horticulture barber battle and I was a little nervous. I never been to Cali, and I was downstairs by myself. I didn't see any other, it wasn't one of them like LVs where you see every barber everywhere. I was around in a hotel on the other side of the country by myself, didn't know where I was at. The first person I seen was D Best, and the first thing she did was put her hand on me and pray with me early in the morning, man. And that set off my whole day. I had a great day after that. I want to thank you for that. And I just want to let the people know what kind of person you are, and that's why I'm saying that.
All right, thank you.
Word. So we always start off with Tank's take, man. Tank, what you got for us this week, man?
Yo, mic check, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Once again, Clip Podcast, y'all know what it is, man. We're in the building. Let's get it, man. Jumping straight into Tank's take. We're going to talk about a little bit about what makes someone a good barber, right? I posted this on Instagram, and there's a bunch of people just saying different things, a bunch of this, a bunch of that, talking about skills, customer service, punctuality. And I wanted to ask y'all, because, there's a lot of reasons why someone could be labeled a good barber. Some people may think it's just how good of a fade you can put out. To some other people,
Right.
it may be customer service. It may be the fact that they're nice and prompt and on time and greeting everybody. So I want to ask D Best first, since she is our guest for the day. D, what do you think makes someone a good barber in your eyes?
It's three things. All right.
Okay, three things.
You got
Oh,
you got
Break it
she's
down.
ready. She's ready. Let's
real
go.
quickly, real quick. Obviously, you gotta have that good product, that good hair, the good haircut, right?
Yeah.
And then who you are as far as a business person. Okay, is you late? Is you on time? How you treat your clients? Okay, and you say who you are as a barber, how the haircuts look, and the environment you set. You know what I mean? Okay, like period.
Facts.
It's just like this, man. Just let's keep it real quick and simple. What makes a good restaurant? Not just good food, but customer service and the cleanliness
Talk
of the
to 'em.
restaurant. You
Good
can't
talk
just
to
say
'em.
this is a great restaurant because they got good food, or
Good food,
because it's
yeah.
always look. If you go in a restaurant, the customer service is great, but it's dirty and the food not good. It's not a good restaurant. You know what I mean? So you go in a barbershop, you know that the barbershop, this is a good barber if it's clean, it's neat, it's sanitized, if he's on time and he treats his clients well, and how good their haircut come out.
So yeah, you got a little
Absolutely.
mixture of good qualities that I think you're right. That is what makes someone a good barber. So that I think she hit the nail right on the head with that one.
Yo,
Prince,
ultimately.
what you got? You gonna piggyback on that? You gonna agree? You got some other things you may want to add, or some things
I
you want to say?
honestly like all three of those, and I like the restaurant analogy because that's
Yeah.
you. I'm a foodie. I go out every single day, and I kind of like low key be critiquing restaurants when I go out because I spend good money, and it's like one thing I hate to do is spend my good money and don't be satisfied. And I could be satisfied with the way the meal tastes, but if it's a dirty environment, the waitress gave me attitude, all
Yep.
that, like the
Yep.
food came in late and all that made me late for the other things I got going on, then I don't consider that a five-star restaurant, even though the food was good. So
Yeah.
that's what I'll say. Everything she said, all three. And I really put a lot of emphasis in my shop on the last two. Obviously, the haircut has to be a good haircut. You have to give a good haircut, you know what I'm saying, to be a good barber. But the last two is where I figure like once you are able to do a great haircut and you can do a great haircut flawlessly with no effort put into it, like that's just what you do. Your hands move by nature. I think after that, you should really focus on your environment and your customer service and your skills because guys can give good haircuts, but you know, we're human beings and every day we're coming to work. Today you might not feel like coming to work, you know what I'm saying? Just like
Right.
a waitress, again with the restaurant analogy. She knows her job. Her job is to take your order, go get the food, and bring it back to you. It's very simple. But to be a good waitress, she really needs to emphasize on how she talks to you, how she
Yeah.
treats you, you know what I'm saying? How she caters to you. So as barbers, I think what makes a barber a great barber is consistently working on those last two. Because once you can cut hair, you can cut hair. You know what I'm saying? But consistently working on your customer service skills and your environment. Last week I just bought one of those aromatherapy, aroma diffuser things so it can smell good in my suite. You know what I'm saying? When they come in, it smells good. You know, you can
Yeah.
see bright lights in here. It looks good. I really emphasize on those things because that's what I think makes a good barber.
Yeah, so I got a question then because this was one thing that people were saying in the comments when I posted this on Instagram. There are some barbers that they may not cut as good as other barbers, right? But they're still booked. They have
Right.
great customer service,
Right.
great customer service. They're booked, they're prompt, they're on time, they're never late, clean and sanitary. Would they still be considered a good barber even though their haircuts aren't as great as the person next to them, let's say?
Yeah, of course, because you can always get better, and that's what we strive to do anyway. And even the ones that are great strive. I see great barbers like Los Cut It always saying stuff that, like, every now and then he'll post like, "I just learned this."
Yeah.
Poppy Blends, like, always posting something like, "I just learned this," and then he go and make a video to teach us. So it's like no matter where you're at in the game, you can always learn. So, like I said, the guy that the guy that you just mentioned, the one that is all right at cutting but has all the other benefits, he can get better at those things. Like as long as he's providing those last two to his full ability and still learning and getting better every day, it's like I said, we don't ever stop learning anyway.
So D, would you say that the last two, the haircut is maybe the last thing in the list? You think customer service and environment is probably a little more important than cutting hair, or do you think the skill, or do you think they're just all evenly matched across the board?
You know what? Honestly, sometimes it ain't even about the haircut. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah,
really about that
yeah,
relationship building because you can have a
yeah,
client that they correct you every single week, but
Oh yeah.
y'all got so much love for each other. It's like
yeah,
it's that
yeah.
family. It's that listen, man. The first shop I ever worked in, the guy was in business for over 20 years. I'm a brand new barber, and he didn't cut hair that well, but his clientele was he had a lot of
It
clientele,
was
but
booked.
it's
It's
Yeah.
just
booming.
because of they liked him.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
liked him. You know what I mean?
Real
Yeah,
So
personable.
exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, it's about
Exactly.
those relationships.
And the way we're gonna make money is client retention, regardless.
Exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? That client retention is what you should be really focused on because again, we're gonna get better at cutting every single day. And client retention gets you better. The more clients you have, the more hair you cut, the better you're gonna get at cutting hair.
That's
So
right.
you really want to work on client retention and you're gonna retain clients and get them coming back by give them a good experience, having a clean shop, being mannered, mild mannered person, opening up your ears to them. Like, you know, we're therapists as well. You know what I'm saying? I used to see barbers when I worked in shops with a lot of barbers in it, like always talking about their day and all what they got going on. And like it's like the guy in your chair is here for you're servicing him. So kind of get into their head and see what's going on with them and talk about their stuff. And that's why I was well, I talked about this on the show before, how I used to lock in clients when I wasn't good at cutting hair. And I
Right.
was being mad courteous, being mad nice, being mad respectful, and also getting into their personal life. Because now when they sit there, they have indulged stuff with me that they maybe not even tell anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And now I become their go-to person because we're having conversations that they don't even really have with other people. I'm the guy that he talks about these private issues with. You know what I'm saying? Things that's happening in his personal life. And that's what barbers are for. And client retention is what we should be shooting for. So those last two things, hell yeah.
Yeah, man. I think you said it right too, Prince. And then we actually talked about this when we was at your shop when I flew out there to give the class. You know,
Yeah.
we were talking about communication skills. You know, that's
Right.
something really that barbers need to focus on because I know a lot of these young cats, a lot of these younger people, they don't like to talk. They're just
Right.
always on their phone, scrolling, watching
Yeah.
TikTok.
Or
People come
talking
in,
about their own lives, like I said.
yeah,
Pure
and it's
nonsense.
like you kind of got
Shit
to
the
be able
client don't want to
to,
hear.
yeah, but you got to be
Or
able to talk to
distasteful
people.
talk. or
Exactly.
cussing all the
Facts.
time. Like
Exactly.
music is
Exactly.
trash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yo,
Yeah.
D Bless, I know you be getting them retaining like the with your energy and your spirit. I know they be ready. You could probably jack them up, they still coming back.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, sometimes I forget I'm cutting hair. Most times I
Word.
forget I'm cutting hair because
Word.
it's a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
Word.
don't even come for the haircut no more. They know the haircut gonna be
It's gonna
great,
be a
but
good haircut. Yeah.
yeah, they coming
There you
for
go.
they coming to see to get that fix.
Yes, yes, and that's what I meant by like having them when they sit down. I've been over that. I never talk about my personal. Plus, low key, nobody want to hear about your problems, that the barber's problems. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go to get you know what I'm saying? If
Nah,
I
you're
go to get
right.
a massage, yeah, if I go to get a massage or something, and the guy or the
Masseuse.
girl is massaging me and
No.
just telling me all their issues and shit,
You're like, bro, I need
like
to get out of here. Like
yeah,
this
I don't really
ain't.
care. Yeah. Like, but when you get into their personal issues, like I said, man, it becomes not even about the haircut no more. Now it's about I got a dude, he's actually coming later on today that bro, we bond so much on, everybody knows my story. I grew up on the streets in and out of foster care and all that. So did he. And bro, we bond so tightly on that subject right there. And also we're in the same position of life, we're the same age, and we're going through a lot of the same shit. And the way we talk is like I know he don't be talking to other people like this, you know what I'm
Like that.
saying? And every week when he comes back, we continue the conversation right where we left off, and it's like it's not even about haircut no more at this point.
No, you're right, man. It's a lot of learning how to build a relationship. Kind of how D said earlier, it's that relationship. And I think that's one of the most important things about becoming a barber and getting clients and keeping them coming back is you got to build that relationship with people.
Facts.
You gotta be
Facts.
personal, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
Honestly, we know
So,
each
y'all-
other like,
Go ahead.
so for the barber that's watching this, they think like, dang, I can't say nothing. Like don't make it about you, but they need to know you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people come to you because they can relate to you. Most of
Exactly.
your clientele, y'all can relate. Y'all lives are kind of parallel and transparent with each other. You know what I mean? So, let them talk, but also, your clients, it's okay for them to know you. My
Right,
clients know
right,
me.
right, right. Right, exactly. Know your audience.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, so what do y'all think, man? Put your thoughts in the comments. What makes a great barber? Is the haircut more better? Is a haircut matter more than the experience? Does the experience matter more than the haircut? Does the way your shop look matter? Do you think you can get by with a dusty ghetto looking shop as long as you're nice? Let us know. Put it in the comments. We want to know. So we're gonna get right back to the next segment, which is Prince's pick. Today on Prince's pick, this is my pick today. We have D Best here. She's an instructor. I used to be an instructor. Tank does a lot of tutorials and stuff like that on how to cut hair online. So today, Prince's pick is what's more beneficial to a barber, to be an instructor in a school or to be a tutorial barber on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. And I asked this, and this is my reason because I've done both, and I really did not like. I'll just say my pick first since I'm about to go into it
Yeah,
anyway.
go ahead. Talk your talk, bro.
Yeah, because my thing is, I quit the school because, like, I just walked out because, like, I'm sensitive, man. And I went to the, you know what I'm saying? I'm emotional, I'm sensitive and all that. And I went to the school because, again, my story, everybody knows my story. If you don't follow Prince the Fit Barber, I'm very transparent on my socials. But I've been through a lot, and the industry saved my life, and it continues to save my life every day. It keeps me on the right path. So I wanted to go to that school and, like, give that back and find some students that are going through stuff. And maybe if they don't have a good teacher, because sometimes you go to a school, you don't have a good teacher, you drop out, and then you go back to your old ways type shit. So I went to the school hoping that I could be that for them. But a lot of people, at school, when the students are, no disrespect to anybody that's in barber school, but you know how y'all get, man. Y'all be acting like y'all know everything. Y'all be skipping class. Y'all be vaping in the hallway. I was like, yeah, this is not worth it for me. You know what I'm saying? Especially for, I think it was like $16 an hour. I can get like $50. I can get $50 a haircut that I can do in half an hour. So it makes no sense for me to be here if y'all not, you know what I'm saying, gonna
I get it.
let me pour into y'all. You feel me? So I think that and then also on Instagram and social media, if you're being a tutorial barber, like I've seen that take people all around the world doing that, you know what I'm saying, and get paid a lot for the views, and then also get to become an educator for a company and get to travel. But there's a lot of instructors that I've seen that started off as an instructor from in a barber school and then owned their own school and pours back into communities and has given back so much. And there's so many great barbers in the industry now because they have that good instructor at the school and they have like a Littles. What's his name? Littles. What's the guy? The instructor named Littles. He won Instructor of the Year.
Carl.
Carl Littles. That
There you
dude's
go.
amazing.
Yeah.
The instructor from Inspire, the school Inspire. That dude's amazing. Like so, you can definitely take that instructor route and become an amazing pillar in the barber community. I'm not taking away from that. It wasn't for me specifically, but that's why it's Prince's pick today. I want to get y'all opinion on it. The best, you're the instructor. Like, what you thinking?
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm at Universal College of Beauty. Shout out to the Barber College that allows. I'm starting their new barbering program March 25th. All right, so that's actually, you got a real good point, and it's just like a good relationship and a bad relationship, Prince. I said I would never work at another barber college. I quit the last barber college I was working in October. I won't say the name, but it was not the school for me. So me being an instructor at a school is the content that I've allowed to create my platform to build me. It's who I am in the barber industry. Listen, people like watching my barbering content of me teaching. I started that in the school. That content that I was doing, yes, you could go around and you could teach, but
Right.
it's a difference between being an educator and an instructor. The difference is, in order to get a license, you need you need to learn a book, right? Okay, so you can learn your way. It's you got the educators out there that go and teach their way, and then you got the instructor who's going to teach you how to pass your barber exam. I'm both. You know what I mean? I'm the book. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you as an instructor.
There you go.
I'm going to help you get your license, and also I'm an educator. I'm going to teach you how to do that's best barber boot camp. That's what I do when, I can't remember when I hopped on
There
and
you
he was
go.
like, oh, you the
There
one
you
that
go.
I seen you online that was yelling at the student for being. Nah, see, you can't do that in
See
a
you
barber
making
school.
the,
You can't do that in school. That's my way. That's best barber boot camp. So it's just different. Listen, I do
true.
both, okay? I make a killing online with my teaching content, and I'm also getting paid. And also it's a blessing to be able to. Yeah, you got students that don't take constructive criticism. They don't take being led well, but that goes back to who you are as a leader. You see, like my students don't respect me. I ain't never had to whoop my daughter.
Right.
All I gotta do is look at her. That's why it's called Best Barber Boot Camp. I don't have people gonna respect what they want to respect. They gonna disrespect what they want. But when you set a good example in your own life, I have structure, I got discipline, I have done a great job within my own business, within my own. In the last year, bro. Last year I had 7,000 followers. This year I'm at 30K, 30,000 because of teaching. Because of my
go.
teaching, because of my teaching
go.
videos
That's
that were
good.
viral online. I did that in a barber school. And now I have companies
Right,
reaching
let's
out to
go.
me that want me to be brand ambassadors. This is evolving, and the creativity and the content that all pours in together. It's levels to this. I've only been teaching for 2 years, and I've grown like this. In that span
You
of
are
that
killing
2
it.
years, that's allowed me this platform now. So yeah, one day in God's timing, I'll open my own school. I'll open my own camp. But right now, you got to learn how to serve on a level that God
There you
allowed you
go.
to be on. He's allowed me to be at this school, start their program. I'm blessed. Yeah. Man, if you watch Tyreek Jackson's story, when he started teaching, he was making like $19. He knew he deserved more than that, but he served because God put him in that position and allowed him to be there for them students. Sometimes it ain't about the money. Most times it ain't about the money. Listen, if it was about the money,
Yeah, facts.
bro, I wouldn't be here. But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's about the impact. Impact over income any
Sometimes
day
it is, yeah.
for me. Because guess what? Serving God and his purpose and where
Let's
he put me
go.
at, I already know he got something greater for me. Listen, if I want people to serve me when I open my barber boot camp one day, or when I open my school, then I gotta be a faithful servant. Then I have to serve with a cheerful. I gotta cheerfully give to these schools that can't pay nobody. God has sent their best, and I accept the assignment because it's deeper than the school and what they can offer me. It's the students that he sent me. Right now, bro, I'm across
Let's
from
go.
Lamert Park. I'm like in Inglewood area. I'm in my community. I could give back to my community. These, I don't care how black, I don't care
Yeah.
how ghetto, they would never disrespect me. Because guess what? I had a strong black woman raise me. If you don't like it, you can leave. We don't entertain
Let's go.
disrespect. That's why when I walk
Let's
in my
go.
classroom, by default, my students go like this.
Right.
Because God didn't give us fear to fear.
You just your
He gave
energy
us.
demands respect.
I'm
Now you
hey,
Her
preaching,
energy is
you
crazy,
preaching,
man. Her energy is
I ain't gonna
crazy. I
go too
told
far
you.
into
you
deep into this,
preaching.
but listen, I'm gonna say this. I live by this. Where God is sending you,
Yeah.
it's not always where you planned. Yeah, dude, I didn't work. I said I wasn't working at no barber school. When I quit that school,
Months
at that
ago.
last
Yeah.
school that I was at,
Yeah.
it was everything I just did not like. I was saying the same thing you were saying, Prince. I can make an actually $80 a hit, and I can do 2 or 3 of those in 1 hour. That's $160 an hour. But what I realize is, can't nobody pay me, bro. What I deserve.
Right.
Only God can. I'm getting, dude. You should see how much favor and
Yeah.
and grace is over my life because I just serve, bro. Can't nobody pay me how God has blessed me. So you can keep the money. You can keep the money. It ain't. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nah, I love it, man. Yo, Take, man. I don't know if you could follow up after that, but
Man, to be honest,
what you
I don't even
think?
remember the question. I was just so lost in
So
thought when
so
she was
so
talking, bro. Like, I was just listening. I was soaking it in, getting that positive energy. Like I just felt
facts.
uplifted by listening to the speech that was just given on this podcast, man. Y'all don't
Facts.
understand.
Think about
Be
this, y'all.
blessed.
Think
Let's
about this.
go.
Think about this. What
Let's
if?
go.
Did you go to barber school? Tank, did you go to barber school?
Yeah.
Okay, Prince, you went to barber school.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, regardless of what it is, whether it was barber school, any school, what if you ain't nobody taught you because they wasn't getting? Do you know nobody get paid to
You
do
wanna know how much
what?
the barbers was getting paid? The barber instructors was getting paid
No,
that taught me?
no. Hear me out.
But
If
hold on. You
they
want to know how
nobody,
much? But check this. You gonna laugh? You want to know how much the barber instructors was
how
getting
much?
paid?
Two
One dollar
needles.
a day.
Uh,
$1 a
Exactly.
whole
Now,
day.
what if there was no listen? If instructors worried about what they got paid, nobody would get taught.
yeah.
Right.
You wouldn't have the education that you have.
Right.
So I think about that. What would I want? I want somebody. I want God to send somebody to serve me. I'm not doing it for them.
Yeah.
Right.
I treat it like I'm working for God.
Absolutely. So Tank, it was the question was which one made more sense for a barber to do, be an instructor at a school or to keep his talents online like how you do?
Yeah, I think you just have to have that mindset of whichever one you want to do. Like she said, it's to serve. It's for the greater good. It's not for me. Like if I want to do it, cool. But it's to teach people. Like I want the next group of barbers to come up and be better than me. I want them to take barbering to the next level, bro. Like we already brought it up. It's at the highest point that it's ever been. But I want this next group of barbers to take it even higher. Like I want to look back from
Words.
barbering 30 years from now. You know, if my son, my youngest son says he wants to be a barber. So when he becomes a
Word.
barber, I want him to be just shitting on what I was making and shitting on the shit I was doing and just, just
Word.
being greater than I was, and I just want that for the newer generation of barbers because that's why I'm in this game, right? Like, yeah, obviously, like I barber to make money. I support my family with it. But when it comes to education, like she said, man, you have to want to educate. You have to want to teach. You have to want to spread knowledge because if you don't, it's going to be boring. You're going to be sitting there having a bad attitude, thinking it's just another day at work because that's what it is to you. But if you
Right.
enjoy what you're doing and you want to spread knowledge and you enjoy that, then I think it's good whatever route you go. Like me personally, I like doing everything online because I can kind of do it my way, like my tutorials and everything. I'm not going to teach you by the book, right? I'm going to teach you how to get from point A to point B and what I've learned and what I used and how I get there the quickest way. That's what I'm going to teach, right? So
Word.
it's to each his own. How do you want to teach? And I like doing it online because for me it works. And same thing though, like when I go to these events and people come up to me and they're like, bro, I learned so much off of watching your YouTube videos. Like I smile and sometimes, my wife be joking and she be like, oh, you think you somebody, huh? But it's not even because like they're coming up to me and acknowledging me. I'm happy that the time and effort that I'm putting in, people are learning from it, and
Right,
they
right,
just figured out something that they didn't know before.
right.
That's why I like to do these YouTube tutorials and these TikTok tutorials and Instagram tutorials, because I want people to get to a further point quicker than I did by just looking up stuff online.
Yeah, word. Nah, yeah, yeah, that makes perfect sense, and I get it. You feel proud that your work is making some type of impact,
Yeah,
like Dee said, impact over money and stuff like
yeah.
that. So that makes perfect sense, and I love to get acknowledged for things like that too. Just for the simple fact is, we want to know that we're making an impact. We're not doing it for no reason.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I either way it goes, man. Instructor, tutorials, however you do it. Like I said, the school wasn't for me because I'm soft, I'm sensitive, and at the school you get them hard headed kids that don't want to listen, and it's just like I don't, man, listen, man, I prefer just to teach somebody that is definitely here to get taught. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt more of like a disciplinarian at the school. I'd have to go out and tell them stop vaping. I don't want to tell you to stop vaping. I don't want to tell you to pull your pants up. I don't want to tell you to get off your phone. I don't want to tell you to stop doing what you're not supposed to be doing. I came here to teach you how to cut hair, man, and to motivate you, not to be your dad and a disciplinarian. But that's
Think about this.
kind of what it takes. That no, I know. Hold on one second, D, because I know where you about to go with it, and that's why I'm about to say what I'm about to say. I know that's a part of it, and that's what it takes. But you got to know who you are as a human and know that you know what I'm saying.
And that's
I
something
don't
you want
have.
to take. Yeah, like
Yeah, I
do
don't.
it.
Yeah,
I don't want to do
yeah,
it because
yeah.
like right now because you are definitely the human for that. But like myself right now, I'm educating for Stylecraft, and they fly me out to these different places, and it warms my heart. I told you I'm emotional. Warms my heart so much. I get so much joy in teaching these classes because the people that are there, they paid their money, they took their day off of work. They're adults. They're not here to mess around. They're gonna keep you on point. Like you better come and teach and let me and give me something that I can take from this because I didn't come here for no reason. And those are the people like I really like to pour into because I don't gotta tell them to stop pulling their pants up and stop talking in class and stop doing all that. Like they came for the education. You just gotta know who you are as a human being. Those students that like are aggressive and versatile, like they want to be your adversary all the time. I can't take it because I don't understand it. I don't understand what you're doing here, man. Like you paid your money to be here. Like, oh, come on, man, what are you
Yeah,
doing, man? I'm trying to help you. Help me help you.
yeah,
You feel me? But go ahead,
yeah.
say what you were saying,
I
D.
feel that. I feel that. No, I feel that. You're right about that. Do you have
Yeah, yeah,
children?
yeah.
You got
Yeah, no.
kids?
No, I don't have I got
Okay.
a
See,
teenage daughter,
you
not little
know,
kids.
when you bring kids, you have kids, bro.
Yeah, I got 4 kids. I got 4 of them.
Okay. When you bring kids into this world, bro, it's by default. You got to teach them. They
Right,
don't know. They
right.
don't know. A lot of these, I just came back from Nigeria, teaching.
I
You
seen
know,
you. That was
and
fire.
a lot of them, man, listen, dude, they were so grateful. They were so appreciative, and I don't know. I guess it's just the environment that you set from the
Yeah.
beginning. You know what I mean? Like my mama didn't have to. We already knew. She'd just look at us like, and we'd just be like,
Yeah,
you know what I
Right.
mean? So
Yeah. Now you definitely.
it is something for everybody. It's
Right.
something
You
for
definitely
everybody.
got to have that energy that you got. I know you over there killing it.
so
Yo,
I'm
so,
scared myself. Nah,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm trying to
Now
stay
I'm
in
telling
line
you,
right now.
she commands
You
that
know,
energy.
I
Even when you're around her, not as a student, just like I even act different around her than I act around certain people. You know what I'm saying? Just it's just the respect that she commands.
that's so beautiful. Thank you.
You already know. You already know. Tell us what y'all think, man. What would you rather do? Would you rather go to a school and educate, or would you rather just do your thing online, become an educator for a clipper company, whatever, whatever? What do you think is the best route for a barber? In your opinion, put it in the comments and we'll check them out. So on this week's segment, Shop Talk, we're going to talk about the LeBron and Stephen A. Smith situation. Now, D-Best don't too much get into basketball, but it don't matter because the topic can be talked about by anyone because this is what happened for all who don't know. Stephen A. Smith was talking trash about Bronny, LeBron's son. Basically saying like he didn't belong in the NBA and all that. He wasn't good enough. LeBron, as a father, stuck up for his son and was talking trash back at a game on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, it went viral that, this big old LeBron is talking crap to Stephen A. Smith. And some people are like, leave Stephen A. Smith alone. Your son is trash. He didn't belong in the NBA. He's telling the truth. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But in a parent's point of view, what do y'all think? Like, do you defend your son, even though we all know Bronny wasn't built for the sport. That's why he's not in the NBA anymore as of right now. But was LeBron wrong for, should he have been like, agreed with Stephen A? Yeah, he's not good, or should he, handle his business and defend his son on the court like that?
So I want to jump in on this first. So
Let's go.
the way I feel is LeBron James can't be mad at Stephen A. Smith for doing his job. His job is to report the sports and the NBA, and Bronny isn't a great basketball player right now. As far as maybe taking jabs, maybe saying he's trash, he sucks, maybe that's a little too far. I mean, as a parent's eyes looking at
He
it,
does
right?
suck. He does suck. He does suck.
But that's how ESPN is. Like, ESPN is controversial. Like, they make people seem like they really suck or like they're really great. Like, there's not just like, oh, he's okay, he can be better. Like, they do it for views, they do it for controversy, all that. So Stephen A is doing his job and saying Bronny isn't the best player or maybe shouldn't be in the NBA. Obviously, that can be debated. That's not what the argument is about. The argument is LeBron got mad, right? And he's saying this, talking shit to Stephen A. And it's like, as a parent, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talk down on my child, on my kids. Like, I'm ready to go to war for my kids. Like, I don't care if they're in the wrong. We'll talk about if you were wrong or not later. But right now, like, we're going to war. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure out if
in public, you ain't having it in public.
But he's a professional ball player also, LeBron is. So you got to understand what's going on. Like, this is this man's job. So it's kind of hard to say who was right and who was wrong. I guess it just depends on what hat am I wearing. Am I wearing my dad hat? I'm going to kind of feel where LeBron's coming from. Am I wearing my sports hat, where my sports spectating hat? Then I kind of feel Stephen A. So it's kind of like I'm in the middle between these.
There you go. D-Best, I know you coming from the parent perspective. Let's hear it.
Yeah, man. Come on now. You ain't gonna let nobody talk bad on your kid.
Let's go.
Right or wrong, I got your back. You know what I mean? So, like, Stephen A, I don't like Stephen A. Smith to begin with.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So, like, everything he do, I hate. Right? So
you're gonna tag him in this video.
Hey, look, tag him in this video. I just can't stand Smith. As I seen him in person. I went to a game and he came out, man.
Loud.
And everybody, he had so many fans that wanted to, like touch him and be close to him. They screaming and he was just so cocky. I just really don't like that man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I feel you.
Everything he do is just like, I don't like Stephen A. Smith. So he wrong for it. Listen, he wrong even if he right in my eyes.
There you go. And that makes sense. and I definitely don't like that. Like, I hate when barbers do that expose. Like, boy, you cut hair. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel that for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that from the parent perspective, and like Tank was saying, from the player's perspective. Me, I think, spaz on them. That's your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, do whatever you want to do. Like, again, it's entertainment. All of it's entertainment.
Yeah, that's right.
Stephen A is entertaining, and that's why he even was talking trash in the first place. LeBron's an entertainer, even though he just plays ball. You know what I'm saying? We could entertain us off the court too. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel him for sticking up for his kid, even though, like, I feel what Tank was saying, to be honest. Like, my son could be dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know you dead wrong when we home, but out here in public, nah, it ain't gonna go down like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That I understand that perspective, not even from raising kids, but just from being on the streets, like being raised in the streets. Like, my man could be dead wrong. I know for 100% he's dead wrong. Like, why did you do that in my head? But I'm not gonna let nobody run down on you. Like, we gonna handle this, and then when we in that cell, we gonna like your oodles and noodles on you this week, bro. Because you shouldn't have got me locked in the cell like this. You know what I'm saying? So I get that, like, sticking up for no matter what happens, and that makes perfect sense. Yo, let us know what y'all think. Put it in the comments. Was Stephen A. Smith right? Was LeBron right? What do y'all think? This week's positive send-off on the Clipped is be sure of yourself. Be sure of your spirituality, your manhood, your womanhood, whatever that is. Be sure of yourself. In this industry, a lot of us feel like we have to grovel to get where we want to be. Or sometimes when you're doing stuff or you're signed with certain people or whatever, you feel like you're selling your soul a little bit. Be comfortable within yourself. Don't ever do nothing that makes you feel off. Don't ever move in a path or direction that you feel like you don't want to be moving for whatever reason. God got you, and you need to be sure of yourself and sure of God and sure of the path and the plan that he has for you. Well, before I went into this motivational send-off, D Bless says she want to add to it, and I love that. What you got to add to it, D Bless?
Listen, man, just like you said, know who you are. You got to know your worth. You would not believe how many companies that I've turned down because it didn't match my worth. You know what I mean?
Word.
People think that they got to take the first opportunity that comes to them. Oh, somebody want me, they going to offer this thing to me. And when I said no, a better one came. That still wasn't what I.
Yes,
You don't have
exactly.
to take. You don't got to take the first bus smoking. You understand? So,
Exactly.
so know your worth. If you don't know your worth, you gonna learn it. You know what
Yes.
I mean? And so,
Yes.
how do you learn your worth? This
Spend
is what
time with yourself and God.
exactly,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, Prince, that's a great topic right there.
Appreciate you. Y'all know what it is, man, on the clip. We love y'all. Put your thoughts about anything we talked about today. And again, know your worth, walk in your path, turn down things that are not for you, and go with the path that's meant for you, man. Love, peace, and hair grease. We out of here.